So now,
absolutely.
how was your weekend? And
Hey, I'm a
yeah,
weird weekend. Thanks, Savea. Had a good weekend. Spent it with the family. Unfortunately, well, more faithful. This is like, okay, this is like the 15th one this year. And so,
yeah,
yeah, my poor uncle. So we went to the house last night, and then again tomorrow. Then I think Thursday for the burial
talo
and
five.
everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, life's short, hey.
Yeah,
Life short.
fa malulu atu ia maso
Yes,
tu foi
thank
mi.
you,
Mai
Savea.
malu I puenga ma fana tu foi. Ia e fa pena foi le nei ai toru maliu
Yes,
le lava ias.
hola.
Ia I foi malesi maliu le nei vai as. Ia le fa kali ku kanga am.
Okay. Yes.
Ia ai le fa ngofie. Ia
Ai,
ona
ai.
le fina ngalo lava le tua. Ai sa
Yeah,
le
yes.
lava. Pupu le soifuanga nei. A le la tata la noa tonu lava la. I le tā ua tele o lau
Tawa.
fo'i au nanga ma le tautua ia Samoa ma tangata lau tele. E winga le mea le nei wa tātou tele i loa le teimi o mai le walau. Ai le o tā
Ah,
pena tātou.
mm.
I mea nei o meo insurance. So,
Yeah.
what do you do when your life insurance premium increases every year? Awa ele nufo ai pea
Yeah.
i le maulalo o le premium
Mm.
o lau insurance. I le tausanga ma le tausanga. La le mea tauna fai.
Mm. If you see this here, yeah, low insurance, may ma foi the premiums increase every year. One because if I go as far we have a birthday every year. You know,
E.
we're getting older. It's more risk to the insurance company and longer price. If I bill insurance company, you know, he's older now, so there's more risk to them. So they lift up the
The
price of
premiums, yeah.
the insurance every year. Le si mea ke ula le kausanga mumua, ula
Gau
le kausanga
sanga muli muli.
yeah. So then they say, oh, they have to lift the premiums up to the word they use to mitigate the risk because it's too risky for them. So more risk in getting something bad or some disease and passing away early. So that's the other reason you have lungal price. The other reason is your job, from an officer to a factory or to a truck driver. So again, lungal risk.
Yeah.
So the price. That's another reason go. Living in a dangerous country is another reason. So Olanme Faiva Lulunga premiums every year. All kusi every year you see the renewal letter or Kualulunga the price.
Yeah.
Think oka. Yeah, well then mafanga folding insurances Walulunga too much every go sanga
Maria.
yeah, the first thing to do is really may to your insurance company or ring me if I'm your advisor and failure review. I want to cancel the policy.
Yeah.
Ring, do a review, see o le premium ka kongi le kausanga mo mua, o le premium ka kongi kausanga nge, kausanga fo, and see the difference. It may be $30 more now or $50 more, and then your insurance advisor can review this with you. Just keep in mind first, I forgot to mention,
Yeah.
disclaimer first, Savea, all this information is a high level information only, generic information, not to be substituted for advice. If you want to get advice, then I can come and see you one on one and go through an advice process. So, yeah, that first question, very taua. Sit down with your insurance advisor, failure review, to see if you can reduce the cover in some way. You might have paid some make lawfuls off, so you might not need 300,000 life cover. You might only need life insurance cover.
Yeah.
So you can reduce the cover, and by reducing the cover, you will pay less. And so that's one way of mitigating that increased premium, or one way of dealing with that increased premium.
Yeah.
Look at reviewing it, reduce the cover where you can. But yeah, I would have cancelled the policy.
Yeah. So because that's the other question that I was
Hmm.
gonna alluded to. What's the danger in terms of canceling your policy? I read of to and re discuss and revisit the mele.
Yes, very taua. Not to cancel your policy because you need the policy, right? Especially if you have children, especially if you have more cases or you have lots of ekalafus, and whaalaves and that. So life insurance, we're talking about life insurance where if you pass away, the insurance company will pay out the amount to cover all your bills, your funeral, pay off any kalafos, and leave money for your whangau, your ainga, your maiki. And so by cancelling it, obviously, yeah, you're going to put yourself in a very risky situation. And then if something happens to you, you know, your family will ring. Yeah, there's no cover. I had a lady the other week. Her husband cancelled his policy 3 years ago. She didn't know. He still had that policy. He didn't tell her. And then Kalofai, you know, he passed away in his sleep. And so when she went to claim with the insurance company, well, if my insurance company, oh, hey, your husband, he cancelled his policy 6 months ago. And so she was getting, so she was like trying to come to some sort of arrangement if she can pay those premiums back for 6 months and reinstate the policy to get the life insurance payout because they still had a mokesi. But unfortunately, insurance company very strict. Cancel all policy.
That's it.
That's it. You and then you pass away. Yeah, it's
they're not stupid,
You can't. They're very strict like that, and so. But he of Kalofai, he wasn't to know that was going to happen to him, and so he thought, you know, because every year, like the first question, the premium was going up every year. It was getting konga for him, and so he just cancelled it without ringing the advisor, without doing a review. And so again, a very important ta'ua thing is don't cancel it. If you think, insurance, bring your insurance advisor and do a review, look at reducing where you can, but don't cancel. Some cover is better than no cover. Ali Savea.
Yes, absolutely. Well, le ta'ua and whalongolongo mai is tangata la ye lato policy, insurance policy right now. And they're struggling, you know, and they don't have the information of how to go about telemelia. Le la mana yelena. I whalongolongo mai tusa foi la mat pe sau policy na fai sistanga ta ese. Em fai na wala awa tu ya te oe?
Yeah, absolutely. Failo policy, yeah, exactly. With someone else. You can ring me if you want as well, especially if that broker or that company, you're no longer dealing with that person. You know, from the company or he's retired. Yeah, vini mai au and I can help you out with your existing life insurance policy.
O le failo le tā telefoni, o le whaafongafonga mai le tātu watunu, Matt Luatua, financial advisor, and your insurance agency, o le olua fitu, valu toluiva, tasi fitu, tasi fa. O lua fitu, valu toluiva, tasi fitu, tasi fa. O le ale, i le taimi a le whaato e manatua o le a apalai e whaisa o policy o insurance policy. Ai se a e tā ua i te le lau tau tala sao ma tau sao atu ma whailo uma tūlanga e winga i a te oe po ri ngase ngase po ani whainga tā. I le taimi lava e whaatumu ele pepa e apalai e mo le insurance for the first time.
Yes, e whisiri Savea, very tā ua. I make sure I whamatala explain exactly the questions on the application, the makara questions, because some of those questions, some of those medical terms, if I can explain, we don't have Samoan words to use for those words, like multiple sclerosis, motor neuron disease, mewhapenga, right? And so I break it down in terms of the winga of that ngase. You know, like it affects your muscles, it affects your muscles, your system, your nerves, things like that. And I always make sure in the beginning, before our makara questions, I whamakalaku to the client, very taua, when you gali the questions, when you answer the questions, you may honestly, to the best of your knowledge, full disclosure. Because if you don't, you know, a lot of us Samoans, we find a question for me, yes, me, but when the question is, are you taking tablets for suka? They're taking for the diabetes for me. So I have to re-ask them, are you sure? Because if you don't answer honestly, it may not give me fail insurance. Because the insurance might go through, but it will give me a fail claim. 5 years, 10 years, and then sadly decline the claim because the insurance company will go straight to the the format, check all the medical records, and I'll see, hey, any suka, the client's on medication for suka, arthritis, this ngasi, that ngasi.
High blood pressure, everything else.
Everything else, I made it, no, to all the questions. And then that's when it's very sad, because then the claim will be declined. And then waste of money paying for that insurance all those years. And so that's why very tāua in the beginning, when I sit down with them, I explain to them why it's tāua. Please answer honestly to your best ability, full disclosure to the best of your knowledge. The questions when I ask you, did you have a broken arm? Are you on medication for diabetes? High kokomaulunga, suka maulunga, things like that. So I explain it clearly so that they know it's very important, very tāua, to answer the questions honestly.
Ai whawhea la Luatua pe a te ua tupus whawlawe fo lele ia te oe. You didn't answer the questions correctly and honestly in the first place. Ai te ua wa ilavea I se ta'awale. Ai te le oti I se whawlawe o mea. Ai te ua ilavea I se ta'awale. Whawlawe whawhose. O le ale me whai.
Oh, the client or me?
Le client.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And so ele answer honestly the questions, and they were in an accident, la vea whawhose, but still soifua?
No, he's
passed
dead.
away.
Yeah, he's passed away.
Yeah, that's the thing. O le mea is very very important, because if they pass away, let's say if they had a joint account with husband and wife, husband passed away the accident, but he didn't answer those questions honestly. If he was honest, and then I put it through kauria. Insurance was put in place, and if he made a wife, that something happened, put the claim in, then there's a good chance ele kauria le claim. It declined the claim, and then the wife will be very upset with me. Wife, why is the claim declined? When my husband answered all those questions to you when you came to my house. And then we will show the questions, see the email. If Kali made husband, no. But it should be yes, I had this, I got medication. If I may, no. So we have to trust their word, because it's based on the utmost good faith.
Yeah.
So what they say, we have to trust it. But it's important for me as an advisor to make sure they understand full disclosure. You have to answer honestly.
Ia malesi me tāua te lea wā whai on order ele insurance. Ia se la tau fo mai la tau ia e tiltilo ai pēr te ua whapea. E mana o e whai se post-mortem o le tangata lea. Ia na whamauni ia le ina o le tele o nisingasangase lāna mauai. Aile ele I tautala sa'o le amatanga o le whaatumuina o le application.
Yeah, if they do that, like if they answer yes to one ngasi, like diabetes, medication, and then they answer no to the rest, because they said yes to diabetes, Savea, there's a good chance the insurance company is going to go straight to the doctor's notes before they make a decision. And in that way, because they can see everything else. He's also got this, and this. But lucky they went to the doctor's notes. But if the client says no to diabetes, diabetes, but he says nothing, and then he says no to everything, then the policy is going to go straight and force approved automatically. The insurance company for the doctor's notes, because for insurance companies, I don't need to ring the doctors, because for my client, he's got nothing. So they won't check the doctor's notes. That's the danger. And then the policies go there. And then claim time, when the wife rings, that's when there might be a problem with the claim.
Malo tāua tele whawhonga mai ele tātou tunu, tāua o le iai o le life insurance, ai pui ai fo ele ngata o le tina, ia po le tamā, ma le whanau, ia umi se teimi ele toi fo i le ngā ruenga, ia e maise foi ia o le tautala sau i le faa tumuina o le pepa mua i le whainga o lau application. Now,
Yes.
how long, if you get injured critically, how long can you stay away from work and still be paid?
Yeah. So if you're off work with the flu, I mean the flu maybe like kasi alvai aso go for inga ringa. Or sore stomach or sore back, maybe 1 week, 2 weeks. But if it's a critical ngasi, like stomach cancer, brain cancer, liver cancer, bowel cancer, breast cancer, so it's a cancer, any kind of cancer, yeah, you're going to be on the sidelines. You're going to be off work for up to a year. And that's a long time. O lo le Faiva aso, o le ongo vai aso, o stop lo kokongi. Your boss will go kokongi after 4 weeks, maybe 4 weeks or 5 weeks or 6 weeks, and then your kokongi will stop. You're off work for gasiko sangare off work because the cancer is very serious. In and out of the farmais. So that's a long time to be off work. And then a lo fisili yawe is, how are you going to maintain your financial lifestyle? How are you going to pay your bills, your ekalafus, your rent, your mokesi, for whangau, the shopping, being singi, all these things that your kokongi pays for, but now your kokongi stopped. I'll feed the boss because you're off work for 1 year because of the cancer. Maifaku, heart attack, maybe 6 months off work. Strokes again could be similar, and so all these type of critical illnesses, can prevent you from being paid from working because you're now in the hospital, in and out of the hospital. So that's when we're going to struggle. That's where we're going to struggle financially. So then, what's the plan B? If there's no kokongi coming in, then what's the plan B? If it's an accident, lucky in New Zealand, they're called ACC. That will pay 80% of your kokongi if you're in New Zealand. But if it's a ngasi, then no ACC, but one meo kokoe wins. Wins benefit. But the wins benefit is not much. It's only like lucky or 200. Your kokongi is like normally what? Right? 600, 800, 1,000 if you do a lot of overtime. So you have to think about, well, how did plan B if my kokongi stops? And, so that's where it's very tawa that right? 600. Yeah. So you look at a cover called trauma insurance. If a life insurance. Trauma insurance, like so but it covers for lima se fulu ma'ingas ngasi. And if you get one of those trauma diseases, it pays out 1 year worth of your income or 2 years worth of your income. Whailo kongi e lima se lau afe kausanga. Then, kongi akuli se lau afe ka la to cover 2 years of your income. And that way you don't have to popole if that your boss, company, you don't have to worry because the insurance layer, the trauma and critical illness insurance, it pays out a lump sum to cover you when you have the cancer, when you have the maifaku heart disease, or any of those critical illnesses. But the trauma insurance, if lo age, you have to be under a certain age, and you have to be quite healthy. So if you have too many ngase, then it declines. The trauma insurance is too risky for the insurance company.
Malo whaftai, tā ua tele, tala roa fwoi mele sunga a Matt Luatua o le numero al telefoni o lua fitu, walu tolu iwa, tasi fitu, tasi wha.
Yes.
Advice for life. Whaftai tele lava, little brother, Matt, mole tā tala noa ngā fwoi lele e whawhaingo fia i o na whawhongfonga le tunu, malama i fwoi. Le numero le nā Matt Luatua pa o wha e whaatino se insurance e lo whai i le tina ma tamaiti ma isi whaalawalawe tu lai mai e te leidoa whapena fo i o e le tina ma le tamama na i whanau o lua fitu walu tolu iwa tasi fitu tasi wha Thank you
That's it.
so much, Matt, for your time.
Thank you so much,
look forward to
Savea.
you for next week.
Next week, yeah, Mangwir Fiafi, Savea.
After
God
tele
bless.
lava le oso, God bless,
Take
manuia
care.
fo'i ia le Gagaifo o Faiva, i le nei
Yeah.
fo'i au auri o le asongafua. Whaftai tele mea te whasoi fo'i mo le tim nei. Whasifua. Ia le na, ua mai atu tanuanga ma le paanga tō tino o le tātou si ufongo Samoa, e maise le Gagaifo Faiva. E se le tā ua tele o le tanuanga fo'i ma le nei uso, ia po le nei fo'i tamali. Ia whaamanino ai ma whaamanama fo'i lo tātou o tunu. Ia le tāua o le whaia o le mea nei, o le insurance, life insurance, pui ai le ola ma le suifua. Ia ai o iai whaamrianga matau i tau seleni. Pe a tupu se mea whaafose i a te oe. Ai e te leilo, ea